Methods mentioned in these books, my mother says that they are very essential for the memory development. These two books are dedicated to child development. She's able to make me and my siblings very happy. And the method... Hello my brothers and sisters. Today I will show you the books that I read and the books that helped me in the journey of learning English. I won't talk about the importance of reading books. My mother has already made a video on the importance of reading books and how to develop a reading habit. I won't touch upon this topic in this video. I will just brush you up with my collection of books. I began reading books in physical form, but now I read books on Kindle and iPad. So I have a library of many books on these devices. These devices help me to make notes easily and very importantly, it is easy to refer to the notes again. I often save the highlighted portion in a separate file for future reference. I don't have to look through the book. But the feeling that I get while reading a physical book, I can't compare with any digital book. Reading a book in physical form is the thing which I like the most. Here, I won't waste your time further. So let's talk about the books that I read since I started learning to read. These are good books. One good thing about my parents is that they don't hesitate to buy any book I point a finger at. They always encouraged me to read books and I love it. They always say that books are the treasures we carry all the way through the journey of our lives. So here I am with my treasure, which I am gonna reveal today to you. And I hope you will get some kind of encouragement to read books more and more. Trust me, reading books will help you in your journey of learning English. Do it. Develop this habit. I'm sure you'll love it. Always remember, readers are always good leaders. Now let's look at the first book in my collection. Now here I have the books which I just read when I was just a beginner. Here I have the guide which is written by R.K. Narayan and this book was gifted to me by my friend. However, it is a very good book. The second book is The Three Musketeers written by Alexander Dumas. Then I have Ruskin Bond, Great Stories for Children, which is also written by Ruskin Bond. Then Young Pandavas, Fabulous Fables from India, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Now here, I also have folktales and this folktale had a cover which I took it out and I put it on this notebook where I just write whatever I like. In front these books, I write it down and I took out the cover of this book and put it on this notebook. These kind of activities, I like them. Next book is 140 Famous Grandpa's Tales. This book has 140 small stories which I used to read when I was just a beginner at this language. Then I have Jatak Tales. Then I also read Mahabharat and then I also loved Akbar Birbal stories. Then I have 101 illustrated fairy tales, though the stories are very small, but I love them. And it is also illustrated in a very beautiful pattern. Next I have Akbar Birbal once again, as I loved these stories when I was just learning to read. Then again I have fairy tales and Arabian Nights. I like this kind of stories. And now see, here are two stories of Arabian Nights. Now let me just drag your attention here. Here this book is mine and this book is my sister's. She also likes reading but I'm very possessive about my books. I won't give my books to Harika. So that's why she has a separate collection of books but I've taken a few books from her collection too. Next I have Moral Stories of Grandpa. Then again Akbar Birbal, as I've already told you that I like Akbar Birbal stories. Then I have Good Night Stories, my book of Good Night Stories. Now here I've brushed you up about the books which I used to read when I was just a beginner. And now see, here I have a collection of fictional books which my mother has read and now I'm also looking forward to read these books. Here is a set of fictional books. I'll just brief you about them. Harper Lee to Kill a Mockingbird. This is also a fictional book. The God of Small Things, and many more. If you just want to have a look at them, then you can click a screenshot and zoom in and check the titles if you're interested in buying any of them. And now here, this is for self-help books, and this tower or this column is also fictional books. And as I could not compile it together in one tower or in one I can say column, thus I've divided them. This is also fictional, and these both towers are regarded to fictional books. You can just click a screenshot if you would like to read the books and you would like to buy them. You can just zoom in and check the titles. Now here I have self-help books which my mother has read, and I'm also looking forward to read them. Here, these two books are dedicated to child development, and they're talking about how to make a child happy, and my mother has read these two books, and thus she's able to make me and my siblings very, very happy. So see, books have treasures in them. She has read these books, and now she has magic. She's making my siblings and I, all three of us, happy. Now this is also the Happy Kid Handbook, and this is the Whole Brain Handpicking Handbook, and this is the Whole Brain Child. Next is, here I have 5 books, and all these 5 books are dedicated to memory power and how to increase your memory. My mother has read all these 5 books, and she's applying all the methods mentioned in these books while teaching us, my siblings and me. And these books are very good, and the methods mentioned in these books, my mother says that they are very essential for the memory development. Now, next, all these are fictional books, non-fictional books, and here we also have some autobiographies and biographies. Now this is Do Epic Shit. Now here also my mother had told me that it is a very good book. I am also looking forward to read it, and I'll read it. Maybe it's my New Year resolution 2024 of reading all these books, maybe in 2, 3 or 4 or 1 year probably. Next, Ignited Minds, Unleashing the Power Within India, written by APJ Abdul Kalam. My mother is very fond of such books, and all these books are dedicated to self-help. I'm not going to dive into detail about all these books, and if you want to know about them in more detail, then you can just drop a comment in the comment box. And if you want to know the titles of these books, then you can pause the video, click a screenshot, zoom it, and then you can see the titles of these books, and you can buy it, read it. And if you want a little bit more detail that I won't be explaining it in more detail. Instead, my mother will be explaining it because she knows better than me. And now here I've already briefed you about the collection of books that I have. Now look at these books. I read these books when I was just knee-high to a grasshopper, and my naughty siblings are going to inherit these books now. And I don't know what will happen to these books, and this book is already inherited to my young monster, Harika. All these siblings are just monsters of the new era. New monsters of the new era, isn't it? They are new monsters of the new era. And look at it. What have they done to these books? They've taken out the cover and made it blankets for their dolls. Beautifully illustrated tales. And I also want to draw your attention to this topic. Where is that? Now here I have a collection of Krishna books, and they are really very beautifully illustrated. Now I'll just give you one example. See, this is the volume 1, and my sister loves to read it, and as you have seen, there are little cracks on this because my sister has started to read it. Means all these things will be obviously torn away, but I don't let her read them so easily. See, they are so beautifully, the paintings are there, and sometimes when I don't know the meaning of the word, I can just identify the meaning just by looking at the pictures. And my mother always says, pictorial method is the best method. And so by applying this pictorial method, I can understand what the writer wants to say very easily, because the pictures on these books are very, very beautiful and attractive, very beautiful and attractive. So if you want to learn English, then you can look at these books and you can buy them. And I won't let Harika and Keshu inherit these beautiful illustrated books, because they're very beautiful pictures. And after all, it is said, one picture is worth 1,000 words. So I will not let my siblings inherit these books. However, they are trying their best to inherit these books, which I like the most, because I like the pictures. I just like the pictures, that's all, in these books. After all, one picture is worth 1,000 words. And now here is my spiritual collection of books. Now here is Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita also, it is there. I'm also looking forward to read these books, and I've already finished the first canto of Bhagavatam, and I'm going to read all these books also. I think that's my New Year resolution, to read all these books, which my mother has read. I would specifically like to draw your attention to this book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. This book my mother read when I was around 6 years old or 5 years old. And look at this, I would not let my mother read books instead, but still my mother would read books. And you see what the scribbling and drawings I've made on this book, on the pages of this book. I've drawn a little person and I've just scribbled it, but still my mother read all these books, and my mother still read, I don't know how can she read this scribbled book. But nevertheless, she read these books, though I scribbled them again and again, because I only liked my books. These books I read when I was very small, just learning to read. I read these books. I did not like my mother's books, but now I like them. These mother's book, and she scribbled it, not she, I scribbled it. My sister and I came together and scribbled this book and protested that my mother is trying to read books, because we were naive and we did not know reading books is a good habit. But nevertheless, my mother did not give up. She kept on reading, and one day we were so angry at her, so angry that we tore a page. Let me show you. We tore not just one page, we tore 3 pages. One page is torn, second page also we tore, and the third page is also torn. We tore all these 3 pages, but my mother did not give up, and she kept on reading books, hiding from us. But my sister also, sometimes she would find my mother, snatch the book, keep it somewhere, and just to draw my mother's attention, we used to do all these things. But now I know the importance of reading books, but I still like the scribbling, and I also have written something, but still she carries this book. Sometimes I ask her, why does she carry all the scribbled book? My mother says, these are good memories. Now I want to end this video here. If you like this information, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel.
I recently finished reading these 2 books. This book is fictional, and it conveys that the last thing you want to do is don't go beyond your limit. You should have the courage to break the pattern before it breaks you. Be brave and bold. This book also brings out the concern of domestic violence. As you know, there is no such thing as bad people. We all are just people who do bad things. And this book is non-fictional, or I would say self-help book. It will help you, motivate you to achieve your desired goal. Keep working towards that. Stay tuned. Bye bye. See you in the next video.